Hello, you buggers. Once again, it's me, Isaac Wharton. And this time, this is Wednesday night now of the Cartman week. So in part 1, I'm going to be talking about my favourite Cartman moments from season 5. So let's get started. Right, the first episode, it hits the fan. There's been a classic episode anyways, because it's the one where they say shit 162 times. And I think my favourite moments of Cartman from that episode are ones where he's usually saying something like when he talks about Kyle having sand in his vagina, or he keeps going on about how offensive the word meat crab is, or something like that. Those are my favourite things that Cartman does in that episode. Cripple fight, my favourite moment would be would probably be when the classic bit's gotta be where Cartman is running through the church and he starts shouting, "Cripple fight!" Classic. Super best friends. Is there a favourite moment from that one for me for Cartman? Probably just that when they all join David Blaine and they get their heads shaved off. Favourite bit? Oh, I get it. Probably the bit where they they con a woman into joining them. And he says, well, it'll help you stop feeling depressed, ma'am. She says, I'm not depressed. And they do the, yes you are, no I'm not, yes you are, no I'm not, yes you are. And she goes, okay, I'll give up, I'll do it. That's my favourite Cartman bit from that episode. Scott Tenorman must die. Now this is a highlight for definite, because as we all know, Scott Tenorman must die has been voted Cartman's darkest moment. Because, well, all I'm going to say is Cartman vows revenge on Scott Tenorman. That's all I'm going to say for that episode. Watch it, it's one of the best. Trust me. Let me just have a look. And then another all-time classic, and it was on Sunday night, I think, in the early hours, but I watched it because it was funny. Cartman Land. Obviously, when Cartman's nan dies, and he inherits $1 million, no, $10 million from a will, and he buys his own theme park, and he won't let Stan and Carl in. So, I don't think it's a classic moment for Cartman, it's one of his classic episodes. So watch that one, because that one's really good, you know. Right, favourite moment from proper condom use would probably be when Cartman is like, when they've all learnt about sex and that they've been told that they need to wear condoms so that they don't give sexually transmitted diseases, and Cartman says, well, at least wearing them helps you, at least like because we're wearing them we don't have to go to the bathroom anymore, and he pulls his condom off which is full of piss and he chucks it in the bin. Definitely that one. Osama Bin Laden has farty pants. Definitely a classic for Cartman. All I'm going to say is Cartman knows how to save the boys when they get captured by Bin Laden. That's all I'm going to say for that one. I can't really spoil it too much. But that's a classic, definitely. And this one's a classic as well. How to eat with your butt. Cartman and Kenny, for a joke, it's picture day when they're taking their school photos, and Kenny jumps into puts his parka on backwards so that his bum is sticking through his hoodie area where his face should be, and he has a photo took, and Cartman puts it on a milk carton and says that it's a missing child, and someone actually rings up saying that they think it's their son, and Cartman can't believe it, but when he meets the parents, everything completely goes wrong for Cartman. That's all I'm going to say. But that's definitely a classic episode for Cartman. So, I don't think I've got a favourite moment in that one. That's a classic episode for Cartman. Oh, and actually, yeah, I'll favourite moment from The Entity, which is where Kyle's little wimpy cousin, who's also called Kyle, comes to stay, and Kyle says that he'll give Cartman $10 or something like that, or $20, something like that, if he doesn't make fun of his little cousin. And the scene where Cartman's in class trying hard not to say anything offensive, that's definitely a classic for Cartman. What he says and how he gets in trouble, that's definitely one. My favourite, he's not in the episode Here Comes the Neighbourhood much. That's mostly about Token. But there's a bit at the end where the kids say, hey, we make fun of everybody, it's just how we get along. And they talk about how they make fun of each other. And then they start going, like how we make fun of Cartman for being fat. And Cartman for having a dad for a mum. And Cartman for being a complete intolerable asshole. And Cartman goes, hey, you already did me, I hate it. And then last one for this season, favourite moment from Kenny Dies. Obviously, the thing where Kenny actually dies for the first time and doesn't come back in the show for a while. And Cartman trying to sell his stillborn fetuses, and the way he gets the government to lift the ban on stem cell research. I'm not going to tell you how he does it, because once again I don't want to spoil it, but all I'm going to say is he definitely, it's on YouTube, this scene, and it's a classic stuff for Cartman, so definitely check that one out. Right, so those are my favourite Cartman moments from season 5. Tune in to part 2 of this Wednesday night to see what my favourite moments of him are from season 6. See you then. Hope you enjoyed this part. See you in a bit.